Hello, hello. All right, welcome. It's the Friday Coven, and I'm Enchantress Shane, and we're here to close out the week and begin the weekend together. And today we're going to talk about leadership and how leadership is not management, it's very different. And also what gets in the way, and also confidence, which are all sort of like mixing together into this beautiful thing that we all have access to use in front of other people. So I've been doing this forever. I've been doing this. I've been helping people be seen, helping people show up, helping people realize and actualize who they are, what their purpose is, and to take action when it feels risky. There's many ways to do it. Self-expression is the biggest one, but in this book I just want to read this one beautiful little box, this little square. So let's take a breath together. Exhale with some sound. Here we go. Self-promotion is your vehicle to keep doing what you love by talking about what you love so that everyone knows what you do. Everyone knows what you love to do brilliantly. Okay, hear that again. Self-promotion is your vehicle to keep doing what you love by talking about what you love so that everyone knows what you love you do brilliantly. If you are fortunate enough to know what you love to do, I'll say for work, right? Or for your passion, if you know what that is, if you collect motorcycles and you love talking about it, if you love helping people as they age and you love talking about it. Like I have one of my clients, friend, Mindy Dovberg. She loves talking about gratitude and movement and breath work and Reiki and healing. She loves it. Wouldn't it be cool? And she's doing it already. She's a published author. She's waiting for her book to come out. And someone like that, someone like me, I'm trying to use someone not like me, another client slash friend, Heather, she is an artist, a DJ, all kinds of art, meditational gifting and offers. Wouldn't it be cool and meaningful if she could do that for her life's work and get paid for it? What's up, Janice? So if you know what you love, if you know what you bring to the world and you can get paid for it, you have to self-promote it. That's where so many people get stuck. I can't brag about myself. And there's like four things that people don't want to self-promote for. The four reasons, I would even say fears. Fear of failing. Once you put it out there, yes, I have an opinion and I teach something and maybe I didn't even go to school for it. There's a possibility you could get rejected. We're not going to go into what that word even means. Just like there's that possibility and that grip that you could fuck it up and fail, and now everybody knows about it, so you could feel stupid. Okay. Second one is rejection. People being like, actually, you suck. You're not really good at this anyway. And anyone who pays attention is really stupid, or whatever words they use. Okay. Those two. And put up put up an F if you know you have fear of failing, of not doing it, of not being consistent, of not making the thing work, whatever it is. And then put up an R if you fear rejection, that people are going to say, like, you're actually shitty. I have that in certain areas. The next one is fear of looking stupid, of looking foolish, of like claiming something and then being like, ugh, for whatever reason, self-sabotaging, and then everybody saw you and you look stupid and you're thinking, well, you're not thinking, but you're feeling, people are like, Did you see what Shane did? Now she's being a comedian. Jesus, is this woman ever going to pick one thing? Okay, and the fourth one is my favorite. It's the perception that you're bragging, that you are too good on yourself. You're on your high horse. You just like brag a licious, and people think that you are conceited and like narcissistic, and that you fucking love yourself too much, and you should actually pipe down and like get married, have a kid, and shut the fuck up. So those are 4 different things. I jotted them down: fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of looking stupid, and fear of being a bragger. Boo. Now I'm going to read back the thing that I read you. Self-promotion is your vehicle to keep doing what you love, by talking about what you love so that everyone knows what you love, you do brilliantly. I don't even know, like in school, along the lines of you should suffer. Like that was the message. You should suffer. You should actually work really hard so you can play really hard. But actually, when you're learning that as a little kid, it just is uncomfortable. I saw this video, those short clips. I don't even think it's a reel, but it was a short movie, and this guy was teaching a little kid how to swim. The kid must have been 2, maybe 3, because he was like talking, and the kid is in fear. He's silent. He's not talking during this thing. He's crying and he's frozen. And the teacher takes him out and he's like, "One more time, buddy. You can jump in the water one more time." And the kid doesn't speak. He doesn't move. He just like hurls his body forward and goes in the water. And the swim teacher is like, "No, no, no, that was too quick. Let's do it again." And he picks him up. This kid was like, "Fuck you. I'm done. I'm traumatized. I'm just going to launch my body in the water." And his arms were at his side. So now the teacher, who I can hear in his voice, thought he was caring, thought he was doing the right thing. And many teachers are like this. Teacher's like, "One more time, buddy. Come on, you could do it." And the kid is like this. He's not looking at the teacher. He's looking up. His frown is big. And his body is sort of hunched, just like a lump of potatoes. And the kid does what he's told. He puts his hands together, whatever the fucking movement was. He drops into the water again, and he rolls on his back. And the teacher's like, "Great, you did it. Yay." He's like celebrating the kid. The kid is beyond traumatized. And the teacher picks him up and puts him on the side of the pool. And he's just standing there with his shoulders rounded, his head's down. And he's just looking. That is a similar way. Teachers are still teaching this way, like, you better toughen through it. Now, I'm not condoning raise a kid that's like mushy, and anytime they say no, you like coddle them. But physically pushing a child through something, they're not learning necessarily what you want them to learn. What they're learning is painful, learning is hard, learning is uncomfortable, and learning is pushed and forced. That's how I grew up. And it wasn't this lifeguard swim teacher was kind of like loving in his voice, but the authoritarian type of scolding that I grew up with basically was like, you better like follow the milestones of life. Like, you better do the right thing, get a job, get money, get your da-da-da-da. And I was a teacher, and they were like, you should get into public school, then you'll get a pension when you're 60 fucking 5. I was 20. I'm like, this is a miserable place to work. All the teachers were angry. Now, there are lovely schools, but those bitchy teachers that yell at kids all day long, that are in power struggles all day long, They themselves have issues they've never worked on, because if you're at 27 and you're yelling at a 4-year-old like he's a man, there's a problem. And I couldn't be in that kind of scenario. So I very happily began working with children with special needs, all kinds of needs, like hyperactivity, verbally, blah, blah, blah. So as adults, we have that yucky training as kids. And if you're a mother watching this, just be aware that the way you treat your sons is actually going to, you're raising them as an adult. They're going to have their coping mechanisms are going to last with them forever. Just so you know. So why am I bringing this up? If you are the kind of person that doesn't speak up when something is going wrong or something's uncomfortable, yes, I missed you too. I missed the whole group, actually. I want you to know you're normal. You can work on it, and your ideas really matter. I just got a headache talking about those kind of teachers. Ugh. Okay, so I'm going to try to remedy that by pulling a card from the Power of Love. Little Cooper is snoring. Okay, I'm going to pull a card from this deck. For all of us in this Friday, Good Shabbos time. I'm going to pull a card for what's needed most right now. Empathy. Oh, that's a good one. I got really angry and I did a lot of and I got a headache. I started sweating. Okay, so empathy. You feel and understand the emotions of another in service of love. Okay. So I want to send a message to all the teachers and mothers and fathers who don't really realize the impact they're having on their kids when they yell at them or yank them around or curse at them. I want to have empathy that they don't realize what they're doing. I know so much about parent coaching and teaching, and I actually took on a little 2-year-old client today, and I haven't worked with a child in a long, long time, but it's so close to my house, and I decided to say yes, and I was like, oh my God. Like the big eyes of a 2-year-old who's just like, what are you doing? You singing with me? Like they're just so open. And so just remembering that kind of innocence, that a lot of adults have that kind of innocence of like, they have no clue, except the other coping mechanisms they've learned is like to be right, like to not accept any support or help or love or care or support, basically. Okay, so empathy. So I'm going to bring in empathy. I also want to pick another card for me personally. Acceptance. Ooh, it's a tough one. You are ready to release control of situations or people and lovingly embrace the rhythm of life. Well, amen to that. Let's pull one more. Release. You have the ability to give other unwanted energies to the loving forces of the universe. Okay, so I posted a reel earlier, and the reel said something like, I wrote about giving your power away, and that's a really big deal. Like, if anyone's harboring resentment, go watch that reel, because it's all about calling your energy back after having given it away. Okay, so we have empathy, acceptance, and release. That's a nice trio for the evening. Okay, I'm going to put these away. So this is going to be a short, I just want to read this thing again. I won't. But I will put a bookmark of sorts. I saw, they have a lot of these little boxes. With wisdom in it. Okay, well, this is from a book called Own Your Authority, just so you know. Okay, I'm going to keep these cards out. They're beautiful. Does anybody have any questions? I have a cool the Confidence Catalyst coming up. And what the reason I wanted to bring this program up right now is to really actualize your power. I just spoke to a woman the other day, and she said she's in her 60s, and she said, I've always been shy. I never really spoke up. I really do want to do all the things that I am passionate about, but there's just no time. I have to take care of this family member. Like, she listed all the reasons why she can't do her passions in life. And I said, we live, God bless, till our 90s. Okay? She's 60 something. I'm like, you've already lived half your life. What are you waiting for? So the first part of that, like I just said right now, I didn't say to her because I don't want to make anybody feel that pressured. But the truth is, it is the truth. If you are over 50 and you're not yet indulging in the things that you're passionate about that most likely help others, what are you waiting for? And so if you're waiting to buy a house, if you're waiting to start making your art, if you're waiting to write your book, time is actually a commodity, and you have it. Right now you have it. And it's something that I'm writing a piece. I don't know what it's going to be. It's a show, it's something. And it's all about time. And I have all these beautiful sand timers. And the reason I have them is when I was a preschool teacher, instead of yelling at kids to clean up, each one of these has different amounts of time. There's like 5 minutes. This one is 1 minute. And you can be like, get me the blue 1 minute. And you just like time yourself. And the idea of timing of time is more important than money, because you can always create more money, but you cannot create more time. Now, of course, time is ever so shifting, right? Like, it seems like it's going really fast right now. For instance, we're in June. When the fuck did this happen? But instead of trying to slow it down, here's what makes time naturally slow down: doing what you love, working on things that you're passionate about, getting to the next level on your dream, whatever that dream is. And your dream doesn't have to be, oh, I want to be a performer. Like, when I talk about my method, the unconventional icon, and the third stage, which is strut the stage, anything is your stage. Going to the closing of your house is a stage. Making that phone call, sending that text, even if it's going to get ignored. Just doing all the things where you get to be seen, right? And there's also a really it's full of shame when people ask for permission in small ways. So if you're the kind of person that's always asking permission, put up a P and really love yourself, because it's very vulnerable to share that out loud. There's certain times that I want to invite you to just do what you want to do and don't ask. Could be something really simple. Like the other night, I was going to an opening of a new gym, and they were like, people were waiting on a long, long line for this one person to sign in, and there was like 2 other people. So did I wait to see, like, oh, can I go to those people? I just marched right up. And she was like, sure, great. What's your name and email? Okay, go in. But all these people were waiting online. They were waiting for permission, or they were just like waiting. But we don't have to do those things. So sometimes, and I want to invite you to take permission, not at someone else's expense, but just at the efficiency of your life, your time. And these things take confidence. And so when you are unsure to speak up, it's because you're attached to the outcome. Those 4 things, right? You might get rejected, you might fail, you might look stupid, or you might be like boasting, or like, oh, you're so big, why are you doing that? Those people's voices who ask those questions, like, why are you doing that? They don't actually matter. And they actually, at the end of the day, if you don't give them any attention, will fade the fuck out. I'm just watching Cooper. He's breathing like maybe he needs a haircut, or I should put the air conditioner on. I'm not sure. But I could put the fan on. So that's the most exciting thing these days is like when you learn confidence, when you get more confident, what do you have now bigger and more permission for? So if you consider yourself a confident person, put up a C. We all have somewhat, we all have some confidence. Where did you learn it? Where did you learn how to be confident? Do you remember? Is it like a thing where you just like, I don't know, I'm just the way I am? I mean, you guys are more conscious than like the random internet people. And the reason I'm asking is when you have a new idea, it's like getting pregnant. Not that I would know, because I don't know, but I don't know if it's a Jewish thing, but when you get pregnant, you don't share that news with anybody for 3 months. You don't even buy anything and keep it in your house for 3 months because it's bad luck, because it's a really fragile situation. And so, is it fear based or is it just protective? It's up to you. But with an idea, it's most important to share it. And you can share it with confidence of, I don't know what's going to happen with this, but it's my great idea and I do want to share it out loud so that I don't make it go away. So I'm teaching a 2 week, $111 women's turbo booster. So if you have a small business, if you have a design project or some art or a piece of writing or a VIP day that you want to produce, this is for you because it's really going into the awkward alchemy, which is looking at all the parts and the characters that are in our heads and in our experiences who block us from doing the biggest things. I want to say that Tina Turner became a really big rock star at the age of 42. And Louise Hay, the godmother of self help and self development books, started her publishing company at 62. You don't have to be, you're not a has been. I believe in you. And that's part of, I think, what my clients love about me so much is that I love them and I believe in them. And there's a lot of times they're like, sometimes they say it and sometimes they're just like, yeah, that works for you, Shane, but not for me. And I'm like, well, let's do it this way. And we do like a workaround and we do like, oh, let's do it, not so head on. Because when you work with a fear or you work with a resistance head on, more resistance shows up. But if you trick your ego into doing it in ways that are just a little bit risky and a little bit more Kanahara, I love that word, and a little bit more filled with joy, you actually can get more of what you want and be in more of service. And it's because you're being transparent. And so when you hire someone like myself or when you go to a workshop, you can lie to yourself and be like, yeah, everything's fine. I'm fine. Everything's okay. Or you can say, actually, everything looks fine on the outside, but inside, I'm falling apart. And when you say it like that and you own all the parts of you, you feel empowered, right? So you can have the same situation going on. And if you come from a victim standpoint, you can use the same words. If your mind is like, oh my God, I'm a mess, you will speak like a victim. You will attract victims. You will attract a shittier situation. If it's the same situation and you're like, and you own it because you know that part of yourself, you're like, listen, I can really go into victim mode when it comes time to speak up. Here's what I'd love to happen, how you can support me. So it's not like you have to change or push away the victim part of you. It's just like owning it, being like, wow, I get really scared. I start to hide in plain sight. I make excuses and then I avoid the thing altogether. Then you're laying out the red carpet of your resistance instead of being rolled up in it. How do you like that metaphor? So this is really what I love helping people with because it's literally not in their realm of possibility because the limitations are built in from childhood, from all that stuff I talked about a little earlier. And that's painful to watch. But if somebody can show up and say, listen, here's how I get in my own way. I want to hire you because I see that you do A, B, and C. And I see the people that, then you can say, like, here's what's in my way. If you see me doing that, can you name it, please? Because otherwise we get stuck in this shadow of lies that we give to ourselves so we can survive. All right, let me know if you have any questions. I'm going to check right here. Thank you so much for staying on point, Janice. I'm curious how your jewelry went last night, or I think it's jewelry. And I'm going to sign off. I'm going to go take a swim, and then I'm going to come back. I pinned in the post the Confidence Catalyst. That is my 2-week Turbo Booster program. It's for women. It's online. You can sign up anywhere. It's $111. Don't think too hard on it. And the results are you get to learn about your parts and befriend them so that you stop self-sabotaging. Whether it's about losing weight, making more money, cleaning up your fucking house, having a dinner, creating a new business program, all those things. It's just like whatever blocks are in the way, it's going to remove them. I don't even like to call them blocks. They're like hurdles, because hurdles you can go under, you can move them around. I hear a little bird right here in my rose tree. Oh my God, you have to see the roses. Can you see them? They're just making a natural arch. Anyway, I'll stay focused. So sign up for that. The next 3 women get a one-on-one with me. And we'll really look at your stuff. Oh my God, it's so good. People get so much juice from this in a 22-minute session. Imagine 2 weeks. Okay, the other piece is myself and my friend Monica are doing a goddess retreat in Rockaway on July 2nd. It's also $111. That's our magical number. It's also my magical number. And we're gonna be doing a fire ceremony. We're gonna have sacred shopping, an activation circle, some movement, and we're gonna turn our fire and freedom on, our personal liberation. That's the ticket. So I hope you're interested in that. I'll actually put up that link too. And I do these things, I offer these things, and I self-promote, just like this book talks about, because I want to continue what I do, and I want you, whoever you are right now, to continue to get the goodies that you get from people like me who help shift your point of view, shift all the what's up, John? All the different things that you see as a fact, but that are actually able to be shifted and able to be changed so you can make different decisions. A big piece of it is being able to make decisions, like not taking 6 months, 12 years, 500 or a lifetime to make decisions, because that's how anxiety comes. They're unfinished thoughts, unfinished conversations, unfinished projects. They leave like traces of shit. And then you have all this like random attachment, random vibrations of things that are unfinished, unsaid, unattended to. And it creates anxiety in the body because it's like, oh, I have this to-do list. I have to do all these. But if you were working on something you loved, this is where those things sort of either don't matter or they just get done because you want to go back to working on the thing that you love. It's just it's not even magic. It's very fucking practical systems. I'm magical, so things that I talk about are magical, but I also am obsessed with creating systems over goals. Goals are very black and white. I did it, I didn't do it. Systems mean that if one of those 4 things show up, like failure, it's like, whatever failure means to you. I'm not here to prove that there's no such thing. I'm here to say, if you think you failed, chances are you're going to stop doing it. But if you failed the goal and you have a system then you can keep doing the system. Does that make sense? So fucking brilliant. All right, everybody, have a magical rest of your day. If you have any questions, or you want to come to the retreat, or you want to do the Confidence Catalyst, read it, look it over, just feel how you feel right now. Even with those things, don't make 1,000-year decisions. Don't wait. Both of those things have bonuses that are fast action. For the retreat, it's going to be here in Rockaway at 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. We're going to have a rose ceremony. I mean, it's off the charts amazing. And we're going to do a pre-ceremony on Zoom. And we're going to do that a week before. So you'll want to get your ticket as soon as possible so that you can join that pre-ceremony. And then for the Confidence Catalyst, which is the program with me, a small group program, you will get the first 3 women, or the next 3 women. There's already 3 signs up. The next 3 women will get a one-on-one session with me, a truth boost session. All right, everyone, have a glorious evening. Good Shabbos.